Alright, let's try this for the 5th time. Can't seem to get my words together today. So, I went out, I was able to go out this weekend, get my M70 ZPAP out, and shot great. Shot 120 rounds through it, which isn't much, but I mean, it's a factory produced AK. There's not much I can tell you about reliability on these things that you don't already know. So as you can see, this looks a little bit different than what you may get or what you will get. ZASTAVA doesn't offer any with the surplus wood stock sets, which is what this one has. This is what mine came with, the light maple. They call it the tiger stripe, which I guess it kind of does have some tiger stripe to it. The upper handguard definitely does. You can definitely see it there. And came with this pistol grip. It's good. This is good furniture. There's nothing wrong with it. I've always liked, I like surplus, and I like getting AKs and putting surplus furniture on it. So the surplus furniture came from 2 different places. The handguards and the surplus pistol grip came from Apex. And I forget where the stock came from. Now, Apex does offer a complete set of surplus furniture for the M70. The only problem is the buttstock doesn't come with a rubber butt pad. It's basically it's stripped. So ordered this from another company. It was just the buttstock, and it came with the recoil pad. It's not a recoil pad, but the butt pad. And there is nowhere to put you don't put cleaning kits in here. Now I did have to order a couple different things for this to fit on there. I honestly don't remember the company I got this from. If I think about it, see, I don't even think I can link to it, to be honest with you. If I think about it, no, I'm not gonna link to it in the description because I don't know if I can. So yeah, I can't remember, but like I said, you can order them from Apex, but I just got the handguards from them. Like I said, if you get the set that Apex has, it's like $160, something like that. And the handguards don't come with trench art, I don't believe. This handguard set and this pistol grip is a what do you call it? Balkan War battlefield pickup set, which they've had for a long time. And I've always liked these guns, but even before the ZPAPs came out, I always liked the MPAPs. This is my first Serbian AK. I always thought they were nice. They were cool looking. I always liked how they did the extra on the gas block and stuff. But they never had chrome line barrels. In fact, the barrels weren't treated at all. I mean, I can see if they had a nitride finish on them. They didn't have nothing, and no finish on them. And for an AK, it has to have some kind of finish on it for me. That's just how I like. I'm talking about a lining in the barrel. So when these came out in 2019, I knew that I was gonna get one at some point, but I held off. I mean, that year I ended up buying a new truck, and I just wasn't set up to buy that many guns that year anyways. So I waited. I'm glad I did, because it had some issues when they first came out. Nothing serious, but just a couple small things. One of the things was they weren't putting the retainer plates inside to hold the trigger pins in, and those were coming out, and that's a simple fix, but because you can just buy a retainer plate and put it in, but they've since started putting retainer plates in. But anyway, so even back then, they Apex had these handguards, and I think even back in like 2015, 16. They had these handguard sets. They've had them for quite a while, and I knew if I ever got one, I would get the furniture on it, the surplus furniture. But so when I was looking at these, I was looking to buy an AK when I bought the SKS, because I bought the SKS and I'm like, oh, this really makes me want an AK. So I started looking to see what I could find. There's no Wassers that are there. There's none that are being imported right now, or they're just, for whatever reason, they're not here. So Atlantic had just gotten a shipment of these ZPAPs in, and they were on sale. I paid $9.50 for this here, and I was like, man, that's not on sale. That's a terrible price for an AK. I mean, these used to be, I think even in 2019 when they first came out, they were like $700, $750, and then, but I bought it anyways. Before I bought it, I went on Apex, and that's what I'm getting at. I went on Apex, and I saw that they still had the handguard sets. And then I found the stock set, and I was like, all right, I'm ordering a ZPAP. So I ordered the ZPAP, I ordered the furniture right then and there. It still cost me about $160 for the stock and the handguard set with pistol grip. So, I mean, it wasn't cheap to buy the surplus grip or surplus stock set. You figure $9.50 for the gun, and then another $150 for the wood. I was doing some looking around, and actually there's only one other video I've seen on YouTube that has somebody replaced the stock furniture with surplus furniture. You actually need some parts. You can't just swap the furniture out on these things. Now the pistol grip that comes on the ZPAP will work for this pistol grip, but the bolt that's in here, you need a longer bolt. As you can see here, I actually left the bolt in that one. This is a shorter bolt that comes on the gun. You actually need a longer surplus bolt, and I don't think you can even get those. So there's a guy that remanufactures them brand new, and what I'll do is I will link to the Reddit page that I found all this information. It has the website that has the link for the guy that has the bolt and stuff, and also I had to order screws from that same guy for the butt pad, because the surplus stock came with the butt pad but it wasn't attached, so I had to order screws as well. And then the long, so you can't even see it, the long bolt that goes in here. Also, when I took this stock off, this bolt was torqued down real good. I took two hands, and I had to hold the gun with my legs, and it took two hands on a flathead screwdriver to crack it loose. I will tell you that this bolt, the surplus bolt, is a different tool. You need a socket to get this tight, so just so you're aware of that. And the handguards went on pretty easy, and so did the stock. I didn't have to do any filing to the stock or the lower handguard. Now the upper handguard's a different story. The upper handguard took me probably about 15-20 minutes with a Dremel, and I just basically had to go to town on it to get it to fit. And even now it's so tight, I don't even have the sorry, the sun just popped out around that house and it's blinded me. I don't even have the, what do you call it, the retention spring thing that goes in on the upper handguards. It's so tight it wouldn't fit. In fact, when I got it to go around and I went to go take it back off because it's still tight, I can't even get it. I could get it off, but I don't want to run the risk of breaking it, because these will crack real easy. And that's why you gotta fit these. The bottom handguard, I pretty much just beat on. No, I didn't have to beat it hard, but I just basically gave it a couple love wraps and it went right in. And same with the stock. The stuff needs to be fitted tight. So if you want to put surplus furniture on it, it's a little bit of a chore, and you're gonna have to buy some different things to get it done, but it's not a big deal. And I think it looks so much better with the surplus wood on, especially with the trench art. Boy, I don't know how that's gonna look with the sun. Hope that's not too terrible. But they do come with a cleaning rod. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. So if you look up on YouTube, and I'm not talking like Reddit or anything, but if you actually look up on YouTube on people that have these guns, I don't really see too much negative about them. In fact, I don't think I really see any negative. On that note, all my rivets are good. Now when I'm done with this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'll get detailed close pictures of everything. So, but one thing that did happen with this gun, there's two things. One thing is on the front of this here was completely white, covered in bluing salts, but that literally took 2 minutes, some COP and a toothbrush, and it came right off. The other thing is this front sight post is canted a little bit. Now, it's not a big deal. I'm pretty big into AKs. I've been around AKs for a long time, and 1 or 2 minutes off on the clock in either direction is fine. And actually, if you look, you can see, you may not be able to see, but the see if I can't get that to focus. There you go. You can see that that front sight post isn't centered. And that's how it came to me from ZASTAVA. So they must zero these things at before they send them up, because I didn't have to. When I zeroed this at the range, it took me 6 rounds, and all I had to do was drop the elevation a little bit. That's because I moved this to 0, and I also, I'm sorry, the rear sight there, I moved that to 0. And I also zero these at 50 yards just because that's what I like to shoot at. So that was probably the only reason I needed to adjust the elevation. But I don't think I've ever had an AK that I never had to touch the windage on. So I mean, that's something to be said. The other thing that I will note, and so let me find it here. Alright, this is the mag it comes with. And actually, I have a Yugoslavian mag I want to show you guys. They look identical. Let me show you that. I'll show you that right now. Just interesting. Okay, so this is, yeah, this is the surplus Yugoslavian mag here. And take special note to these down here. These little down there. Floor plate, everything. So this is all surplus. Now this is the mag that comes with the gun, and you can see, you may not be able to see, it says USA on the floor plate. And comes with a Weapon Tech follower, bolt hold open. But these two mags look identical. Identical. So I'm wondering if these mags aren't made, I'm just wondering. I'm not saying this is the case or anything, but I'm wondering if these the bodies anyways, I wonder if the bodies aren't made in Serbia, like surplus mags. And then when they come in the US, they get a US made floor plate and a US made follower, which counts as what, 2 parts of 922R. Just something I was just wondering. They look pretty much identical, though I was really shocked about how closely familiar or similar they looked. But anyway, so where I was getting at with that was, so the USA, the surplus mag, or I'm sorry, the mag it came with from, you know, the USA one is, for me anyways, it goes in, but it took some going in and out there. It was pretty tight, and I don't know why. Well, I think it's a little tight. I don't think they dremeled this out quite enough, which is fine. And then this is a surplus one. Goes in. Now, when I first got this gun, it's going in good now, but I had a hell of a time. And this is a Bulgarian. This is the new one of the new manufactured Bulgarian ones that are manufactured from like the surplus blueprints or whatever they say. I never fixed that damn thing. My camera keeps timing out. That's why I keep reaching up. But see, that's going in good now. It just took some time, and it just took a little bit of time to work them in and out. No big deal. But that may be a little tight when you first get it. You may have to work a couple of your mags in and out a couple times. But I mean, there is play in this, and that's the thing. Like, there is a little bit of play, and it's kind of like, I don't understand why it was so tight if there's play in there, but that's fine. The other thing that I will say is I got a lot of shooting footage. I'm using a GoPro. It's great. I got different angles. I think you guys will enjoy the footage. I actually have shooting footage that I can probably put into the whole thing. I have a ton of shooting footage. It's too long. So I have not taken this apart since I took it apart once when I cleaned it. Okay, so confession time here. I love AKs. Been around AKs a lot. I absolutely hate the way these fucking dust covers come off. I hate them. A lot of people like them. Just give me the button. I just need the button. I don't need this stupid button on the side here. What you gotta do, you gotta pop this button here on the side. Where is that? Right? Come on, fucker. There it is. Right there. You gotta push that button in. You gotta push that the dust cover button in. Pain in the dick, at least for me. See, I can't ever fucking get it. There you go. Dust cover comes off. This comes out, the recoil spring, and the bolt comes out. You can see how, you know, dirty that is. That's gorgeous. These are not left in the white. They are, but they're not. They're coated with something, with some kind of anti-corrosion stuff. So I mean, they're left in a white, but they're not gonna rust up on you. At least they shouldn't. I wanted to, so I noticed, yeah, I don't know, actually I have to probably show you a different part, but let's see there once. I don't know if you can see that. There's like writing there. There's some there. Go. I don't even know if you can see that. It's got the what do they call that? Man, I forget what they call it. But they got, so the serial numbers are stamped and everything on all the parts. Serial numbers are stamped on the bolt carrier, the bolt. And this doesn't, but I don't think they usually stamp numbers in these. But also, along with the stamped serial number, they have these electro pen, that's what it's called. They have these electro pen numbers on everything, which is weird. I don't understand why they did that, and a serial number. It's even on the trunnion here. Fucker. I really need to fix that. It's even on the trunnion. Again, I don't know if you can see that. There, and I don't, it's 346. It's not the same serial number. So it says the serial number on this, last three is 359, and then the electro pen is 364. Now let me see here once. 364, and this is 3642. I have no idea why. Oh, look, and even on the inside of the dust cover there, which you can't see, pretty sure. But even on the inside of the dust cover, now there is no stamping on the outside of the dust cover. But even on the inside, it's electro penned 364. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know why. It's not a big deal. I just, if you're gonna stamp the numbers, then why electro pen it? But I think it's even electro penned under this gas tube here, which I'm not taking off. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out. And then these ZASTAVAs do use the Serbian fire control groups for 922R, which is, well, you know, I ain't even going into that. Fuck 922R. But I get it that they have to do stuff for importation of guns, which is trash. But see, now what they say, the good thing is that it holds this button back here. That button, the little button here on the side, holds this back so you can get the dust cover on easier. I don't really have that much trouble on normal AKs. I mean, this fucking thing. Alright. There we go. Oh, fucking bitch. See, unreal. Who designed this? That's what I want to know. Okay. Sorry about this. There we go. That should work. There we go. Okay. So, one of the things I also wanted to address is the old end paps, and what I think happened with those is, so before ZASTAVA started importing these themselves, and they set up shop here in the US as the importer, and they do all the work themselves. So Century used to import these, and from what I read online, Century was basically like spot heat treating, things like that, to make the cost cheaper. and I guess they had to do whatever they had to do to import them because they wanted to import them, and that was why they were having issues. Since then, and that's why they don't, the end paps don't have the bulge trunnion here, and the ZPaps do, because they're not limited to, ZASTAVA can do whatever they want and charge whatever they want for these rifles. And I'm glad they did that. I wish Cougar, however you say that, the Romanian AKs, I wish they would do the same thing. I wish they would set up shop, because, and that's why I don't think there's any Wassers really right now, because I don't think Century wants to import them because they want to sell their trash AKs. They're definitely great AKs. If you see one and you want it for your price, oh, that was the other thing I wanted to say. Thank you for reminding me. You in the back, I appreciate it. So when I bought this, and I paid $950, or it was like $960, and then I think it was free shipping, but I had to pay tax. So I think it was like $1,000 out the door, plus my transfer fee, which was 20 bucks. I was like, dude, that's hard to stomach. And I went on YouTube. I was watching YouTubes and these clowns were all over YouTube. Oh, I paid $1,400, and they were like, oh, it's such a great gun. It's so worth $1,400. It's if you see one, you know, grab it. You know, 1,400 bucks is a lot of gun for no, it's not. No, nope, not at all. Not even close. Even for $1,000, it's a little bit too much. 800 bucks, sure. 850, fine. 960 plus tax, $1,000. I don't know. I mean, if you want one like me, you know, buy it. But I think if you wait a little bit, what you'll see is the price will continue to come down on them. And then when the elections come around next year, don't be panic buying these things. Don't pay 1,400 bucks for them. I don't want to say they're not worth $1,400. They're really worth whatever you're willing to pay for them, I guess. They're great AKs at any price, I guess. That's just like the milled AKs from Arsenal. $2,000 right now? Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's like $1,899. Like, okay, for an Arsenal Sam 7, like, yeah, let me tell you. All right, anyways, that's it. All right, real quick, just get on the markings here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to focus it too much, but for whatever reason, they feel the need to put all these safety information on the side of the receiver, and that's my only complaint about this gun. Get rid of that bullshit. Nobody else does that, and ZASTAVA's always done that. I don't know why. Get a nice close-up of that trench art. You can see all the rivets and everything. Everything looks good. Looks great. The finish on this gun is awesome. So you can see that one is a little dented in. I don't know what the hell that is. That was me. Yeah, it came off. That one is a little dented in, but I think that one, I think that one is mostly always dented in, at least a little bit. So, big deal. And guys, listen, it's AK. It's okay. If it's not perfect, it's quite okay. So, all right, thanks for watching.
Are you kidding me? Sometimes.